Good morning. Welcome to CFD 455, which is Infants and Toddlers Development and Program Planning. This course is obviously online because you have signed up for that. Even though it's online, there's still the required lab component that goes along with it. So speaking of lab, there's a big change this semester. We utilize the OCAC Early Head Start classrooms, and their children are starting later, and so we will not be able to start lab until the week of September 19th. So there's some additional videos to watch and some reflections to hopefully prepare you a little bit better to be able to interact with the children and the staff on that first day that you go during the week of September 19th. Watching the videos is not ideal, but that was the solution that we came up with at the last minute, basically, is what it was. My name is Kim Rome. My office number is 417-836-4151. That's listed in the syllabus as on the first page. If you're on campus, my office is in Hill Hall 205C. My office hours will be on Wednesdays from 11:30 to 2, on Thursdays from 10 to 12:30. Second block, that's going to switch because my teaching schedule will change. I have 2 first block classes, and my office hours will be Wednesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 10:30. If those times do not work for you, I am more than willing to set up an additional time for us to be able to meet. I can Skype. We can do a phone call. We can meet somewhere else. We'll just figure that out if the office hours don't work for you. Email, I respond typically within 24 hours. Most of the time it's much faster than that. If it's the weekend or the holidays or it's Friday afternoon, it might be that Monday before I get back to you or when we return back from the holiday. My families keep me pretty busy, so evenings are usually pretty swamped with things to do, but I try to randomly check my email as I can. The textbook will be Infants and Toddlers Infants and Toddler Development and Responsive Program Planning is the textbook that we will be using this semester. We will also be using a virtual lab school website, which is listed on the first page of the syllabus as well. Please make sure you read the syllabus. Make sure you pay attention to the tabs on Blackboard on the left-hand side. There's a Get Started tab, there's the Syllabus tab, and then there's the Module tab and some specific lab information tab. Make sure you read the syllabus. That can hopefully eliminate a lot of your questions. Definitely ask if you have them, but most of the time they can be answered within by reading the syllabus. Assignments and gradings are all due on Sunday evenings at 11:30 p.m. I think that just gives you a little bit extra time for the weekend to be able to get assignments done if you're not able to do that during the week. I do accept late assignments, but points will be reduced. If you are submitting an assignment at 11:25 and it has not submitted by 11:30 p.m. on that Sunday evening, if it's 11:31, then it'll be considered late. So make sure to give yourself plenty of time to be able to get those assignments submitted. If you do have technical difficulties with Blackboard, take a picture with your phone, take a screenshot of whatever that error message that you're getting, so then we can work around that, reducing the points if you are able to do that for me. The course objectives are listed in there. Lab attendance, you only get 2 excused absences at lab. Make sure that if you're sick, you have a doctor's note. You must call the lab to let them know that you're not coming. Don't use an email. Call and leave a message. And you can either reschedule that day for that missed time, because you need to do that within 2 weeks of your missed lab time, and it has to be approved by those lab teachers. Let's see. You have to have your TB skin test. The Family Care Safety Registry needs to be current. And also that professional liability insurance needs to be current through the entire semester. and you should have been receiving emails from John Reinhardt in regards to those things. Obviously, we're going to use Blackboard because this is an online course, so make sure to check that. I try really hard to send announcements every week as reminders of upcoming assignments. The due dates are also listed in the syllabus. They're listed within the assignment descriptions, and they're on the course calendar in Blackboard. That course calendar is a pretty cool tool to use in Blackboard because all your courses, if you're the faculty member that's teaching your class assigns due dates in Blackboard, those things are going to show up in that calendar, and they're going to be color-coded based on courses. You can click in that course calendar. You can click on the name of the assignment, and you can actually work on the assignment from there and submit it from there as well. In the syllabus, you will see kind of halfway through their modules, the dates of those modules, the topics and the assignments that are listed. Some modules are more than a week long. Some of them are just a week long. It just depends on the content that's in there. I tried to break it up into what made sense to me as far as different topics, kind of chunking them together. The assignments are bolded. They have the due dates with them. Ultimately, you're going to do some mini assignments, and then you're going to do some bigger assignments. There's three big assignments. There's the developmental checklist, which is a developmental portfolio at the end, which is similar but very different from the 261. You don't have to take the photo documentation in this course. A curriculum resource file where you'll be creating handouts throughout the semester. And then there's an ITERS assignment where you will observe in your lab classroom using an ITERS checklist. The ITERS is the Infant Toddler Environment Rating Scale. And then you'll make some suggestions based off of that observation tool that you're going to be using. In the syllabus, underneath those weekly modules and assignments tabs, there's some brief introductions for assignments, but then you will find further back into the syllabus some details on those assignment descriptions, with some of them that tend to be a little more confusing to students or tend to be a little more detailed. I will do videos of a video explanation of those assignments to hopefully make it seem more clear for you. But like the major assignment, the case study has multiple parts to it. It has the developmental checklist, activity plans. You'll do each of those 2 different times after you start lab to be able to complete that assignment. And then the case study will actually be at the very end. For your assignments, most of them will be submitted to the Safe Assign, which is like a plagiarism checker, just to make sure that you're not using a friend's handout as your own handout. It will check that if it's been turned into the Safe Assign before. We are not allowing any more than a 15% match on those assignments, which means that no more than 15% of that assignment can be used from other people's words. Even if you are utilizing a resource, you still need to put them into your own words. I view these handouts as a mini quiz. Instead of doing quizzes, I'm using these handouts to show that can you apply that information? Can you describe what that topic is on the handout, and then can you tell some activities to do with young infants, mobile infants, and toddlers to go along with that. You can gear them towards parents, or you can gear them towards caregivers, or you can combine them. And I will have some examples of some of those posted on Blackboard as well. There are also rubrics for each one of those, so if you pay close attention to that rubric, you should be okay. When you submit assignments, it will give you that report to show you that Safe Assign match. If it's more than the 15%, you can go back in. It will highlight what has been viewed as being the same as somebody else's, and you can go in there and you can just simply rephrase that. If it takes you 15 tries, that's okay. I will only grade the last one, so make sure that it's 15% or less. If it's more than 15%, you will receive a 0. If it happens more than once, then further disciplinary actions will have to be taken. I don't like to do that, but we need to make sure that your work is your work and you're not submitting somebody else's work for those things. Let me know if you have questions. Email me. I do my best to get back to you as quickly as I can. I know that's important to get that feedback. When you turn in assignments, my goal is to get them back to you, well, through Blackboard, to have them graded within a week of submitting them. I think that's only fair. Most of the time I can do that, but sometimes there's just other commitments and things going on that I'm not able to meet those deadlines, but I will definitely communicate that to you as well. So have a great semester. Have fun once we finally get to lab. And again, if anything's unclear, please email me, and I will hopefully try to explain that better to you. I may also do that through announcements, so check Blackboard often. Thank you. Have a great semester.